Imagine yourself walking through the streets of a poor community where hope seems distant and dreams are often suffocated by the daily struggles. Now, imagine a boy, amidst this reality, finding the opportunity to save the life of a billionaire's son. This is the beginning of a surprising and thrilling story that will captivate you from start to finish. In this video, you will witness how an act of courage and altruism can completely change someone's life trajectory. We will show you how this boy, facing unimaginable challenges, found not only the chance to save a life, but also to transform his own. Get ready to be moved by moments of overcoming, generosity, and second chances that prove destiny can be changed with small acts of kindness. Have you ever wondered how a simple action can change everything? Have you ever imagined what it would be like to be in the shoes of this boy or the billionaire? Watch until the end and discover how this story can inspire you to see the hidden opportunities amid challenges. This video will show you that no matter where you are, there is always a chance to transform your life and the lives of those around you. Oliver, a 12-year-old boy, lives with his mother and two younger siblings in a small house in the poor community of Kingston. Oliver is a dreamer, full of life and hope despite the difficult circumstances. He works after school to help support the family, selling sweets on the busy city streets. On the other side of the city, in a completely different world, lives Alexander, the only son of billionaire Sir Edward Thornton. Alexander is a 15-year-old boy, accustomed to the luxury and comforts that money can buy. He attends one of the best private schools in the country and has a life many would consider perfect. Sir Edward Thornton is a ruthless businessman, known for his wealth and influence. Although he has everything money can buy, he feels that something is missing in his life. His relationship with Alexander is distant, often overshadowed by his busy schedule and the weight of expectations. Oliver and Alexander's worlds are separated by a chasm of inequality, but they are about to intersect in a way that will change both their lives forever. Fate, with its unpredictable tricks, is about to bring these two young boys together in an encounter neither could have foreseen. One afternoon, as Oliver was walking home after a long day of work, he heard screams coming from a nearby alley. Curious and worried, he ran to see what was happening. Turning the corner, he saw Alexander being surrounded by three men, clearly in a dangerous situation. Without thinking twice, Oliver picked up a metal bar he found on the ground and ran towards the attackers, shouting to draw their attention. The men, surprised by the boy's courage, hesitated for a moment, giving Oliver the opportunity to grab Alexander and flee. They ran through several narrow streets and alleys until they finally found a safe place. Alexander, breathless and visibly shaken, thanked Oliver for his help. He couldn't believe that someone he had never seen before had risked his life to save him. Oliver, still catching his breath, asked Alexander what he was doing in that part of town. Alexander explained that he had gotten lost while exploring the city after school, wanting to see a reality different from the one he was used to. The adrenaline of the moment made them both realize the gravity of the situation and, at the same time, created an unexpected bond between them. Oliver, with his selfless courage, and Alexander, with his genuine gratitude, started a conversation that would last much longer than those minutes of escape. As they recovered from the fright, Alexander couldn't stop thinking about how different Oliver's life was compared to his own. He asked Oliver about his life, and Oliver, reluctantly at first, began to talk about his family, his dreams, and the daily challenges he faced. Sir Edward, upon being informed of the incident, was deeply moved and, at the same time, worried. He knew that his son's life could have been lost that day, and that he owed Alexander's life to the brave boy from the poor community. He decided he needed to meet Oliver and his family. When Sir Edward arrived at Oliver's humble home, he was received with gratitude and humility. Oliver introduced his mother, a hardworking and dedicated woman who did everything to raise her children the best way possible. Sir Edward felt an immediate connection with the family and promised to help them. Sir Edward's presence in the community caused a stir, but he was determined to get to know the people better and understand their difficulties. He realized that despite all the adversities, there was a spirit of community and resilience that he rarely saw in his own world. As time passed, Sir Edward and Alexander began to visit Oliver and his family regularly. The visits became a time of learning and growth for both sides, and the bond between the two families strengthened. Sir Edward, in particular, felt that he was finally finding a purpose beyond business. Despite the good intentions, Sir Edward's help met with resistance in the community. Many residents were suspicious of the billionaire's motivations and feared that his actions were just a way to ease his conscience or a public relations stunt. Oliver, in turn, faced difficulties balancing the new opportunities that arose with Sir Edward's help and his family responsibilities. He wanted to take advantage of every chance, but he couldn't neglect his mother and siblings, who depended on him. At school, Oliver began to face bullying from other students who didn't understand his new friendship with Alexander. He found himself torn between two worlds, trying to maintain his identity while also seizing the opportunities offered to him. Alexander also faced his own challenges. He wanted to help Oliver in every way possible, but often felt powerless in the face of the complex realities of life in the poor community. He began to realize that his privileged life came with the responsibility of using his resources to make a difference. Determined to make a difference, Sir Edward started investing in the community, creating educational support programs and employment opportunities. However, he encountered bureaucracy and corruption, which often hindered his efforts. Despite the obstacles, the relationship between Oliver, Alexander, and Sir Edward continued to strengthen. They learned to face the challenges together, supporting each other and finding ways to overcome difficulties. With the support of Sir Edward, Oliver started attending a better school, where he had access to resources and opportunities that were previously unavailable to him. He seized every opportunity, excelling as a dedicated and determined student. Sir Edward, impressed by Oliver's intelligence and resilience, decided to offer him mentorship. He began teaching Oliver about business, finance, and leadership, preparing him for a bright future. Oliver, in turn, absorbed each lesson with enthusiasm and gratitude. In the community, Sir Edward's investments began to show results. Educational programs and professional training were helping young people and adults find new opportunities. The residents' trust in Sir Edward grew, and the community began to see a more promising future. The relationship between Alexander and Oliver deepened each day. They became best friends, sharing experiences and learning from each other. Alexander, inspired by Oliver's determination, started to get more involved in social and philanthropic projects. The challenges did not disappear, but the way Oliver and his family faced them changed. With the support of Sir Edward and Alexander, they began to see possibilities that once seemed impossible. Oliver's life was changing in ways he never could have imagined. Just when everything seemed to be going well, a new obstacle arose. Oliver's mother fell gravely ill, and the community's medical resources were limited. Oliver found himself faced with a dilemma: continue with his educational opportunities or take care of his mother full-time. Sir Edward, upon learning of the situation, immediately offered medical assistance for Oliver's mother. However, there was resistance from some community members who saw the intervention as a sign of excessive dependency on the billionaire. Oliver was devastated. He wanted the best for his mother, but also did not want to betray the trust of his community. He felt torn between two loyalties, struggling to make the right decision. It was a moment of great emotional crisis for him. Alexander tried to support Oliver, but felt powerless in the face of the gravity of the situation. He saw his friends suffering and wished he could do more. This crisis tested the strength of their friendship and their determination to face challenges together. Amidst this turmoil, Sir Edward realized he needed to act with greater sensitivity. He organized a meeting with community leaders to discuss how they could help Oliver's mother without causing resentment or excessive dependency. The crisis brought to the fore deep issues about independence, dignity, and mutual help. It was a moment of reflection and growth for all involved. Oliver, Sir Edward, and Alexander learned valuable lessons about empathy, respect, and collaboration. The meeting with the community leaders resulted in an action plan that balanced the need for immediate help with the promotion of community autonomy. Oliver's mother received the necessary treatment, and the community began to see the benefits of genuine and respectful collaboration. With his mother recovering, Oliver refocused on his studies and mentorship with Sir Edward. He became an example of overcoming and determination for many in the community. His story inspired other young people to dream and fight for a better future. Alexander, inspired by everything he had experienced, decided to dedicate more time to social projects. He and Oliver started working together on initiatives that benefited the community, using Alexander's resources and knowledge to make a difference. The relationship between Sir Edward and Alexander also strengthened. Sir Edward, once focused only on business, found a new purpose in helping others and strengthening family ties. He realized that true wealth lay in making a difference in people's lives. Oliver and his family experienced a complete transformation. Oliver's courage and kindness not only saved Alexander's life, but also opened doors to a future full of possibilities. The community, initially skeptical, now saw Oliver and Sir Edward as examples of how collaboration could bring real and positive change. As Oliver and Alexander reflected on their journey, they realized that courage, friendship, and determination had transformed their lives in ways they never imagined. The fortuitous encounter in the dark alley had triggered a series of events that changed the destiny of both forever. Sir Edward, now more involved in social causes, saw his life gain new meaning. He not only found a purpose beyond business, but also strengthened his relationship with Alexander and the community. Oliver's story is a powerful reminder that small actions can have profound impacts. His act of courage and altruism not only saved a life, but also created a network of support and transformation that extended to many others. For the viewers, the message is clear. True wealth is not in money, but in the actions we take to help others. Oliver and Alexander's story is an inspiration for everyone facing challenges and looking for a way to make a difference. Thank you for watching this incredible journey of overcoming and friendship. We hope that Oliver and Alexander's story has touched your heart and inspired you to see the potential for transformation that exists in each of us. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more emotional and inspiring stories. Together, we can create a world where every act of kindness has the power to change lives. Stay tuned for our next videos, where we will continue to bring real stories of courage, resilience, and hope. Remember, you too can make a difference. See you next time.